What's up? Hi everyone. So Rendy and Nikki were going to be here for this, but Rendy had a thing to go to and Nikki was not feeling well. I'm still here. I'm still watching movies and stuff. I watched like 5 movies yesterday. I should have done some work, but instead I was like, I'm going to watch like 4 or 5 movies or however many it was. What's up? Hope y'all are doing good. Just gonna let y'all know right now, no live stream next Sunday. I'm gonna be, well, next Sunday's Mother's Day, but also next Sunday I'm gonna be in Arizona, in Phoenix, for my brother's college graduation, which is great and stuff, except that it's in Phoenix. And the graduation ceremony is outside. So, any of y'all ever been to a graduation ceremony in Phoenix, Arizona? Can you tell me how it is? How much deodorant should I wear? Thank you, Great Gatsby. Yeah, action movies and me go way back because it's my parents' favorite genre of movie. I just recorded another unscripted video actually on Friday, and this one's about, it's not really about movies, but the things I talk about are on Letterboxd, so you could watch them and log them if you really wanted to. Puppet, you almost passed out at your graduation. Good job. Yeah, I'm gonna be wearing a tank top to that graduation. I'm not gonna be dressed nice. It's a graduation. Who cares? So not regularly. I've seen a bunch of Red Letter Media, but I don't watch them on the regular. But my friend who shows me stuff like Get Even definitely does watch Red Letter Media. This next thing I recorded, I realized later, not later, right before I recorded, a lot of the things that I talked about in the video are things that Red Letter Media talked about at some point in Best of the Worst. So May, are you graduating from Arizona State? Because that is the graduation that I'm going to. What are... Okay, May, I just want to be at your graduation. Look for me. I'll be there with my family. Wow, I'm going to get to watch one of my viewers graduate college, and also my brother, but also one of my viewers. What's your major, May? My brother is a business major. Have I considered doing a commentary track for a movie like Emilia Perez? Me and Kim have been talking about doing a physical release of our documentary, which would include a commentary track. But besides that, like, if you just mean like riff tracks type of thing, I mean, if people be interested, I could do it. Okay, so this is what I want to talk about. AO Productions. Smiley Face is great. It's funny. I love it so much. I was hoping to watch it with other people who haven't seen it before. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you haven't seen it. I love the movie, but I have seen it more than once. So if y'all want, we could watch something else that none of us have seen. Or we can keep to our original plan and watch Smiley Face, because I am totally okay with that too. So Abe's excited. I certainly don't mind watching it again. It's been like 4-ish years. I was hoping to watch it with Nikki, but she is not feeling well, so it's just me and my Trader Joe's samosas I'm about to make. Should I do a poll? I mean, before I do a poll, I'm just going to look at the chat real quick and see what the general vibe is. If it looks half and half, I'll do a poll. Great Gatsby has seen it twice. Because if not this, I have another idea that is some Danny DeVito research of sorts. Watch Captain Alex again. Yeah, no, that's like Smiley Face. I know is good. So if y'all just want to do that, Nikki is a trooper for exposing Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson was kind of already exposed. Nikki just put a lot more eyes on it. No, I've been trying to get Nikki for a live stream for a while. She lived in LA grew up in LA and just moved to New York last year. Which is great that I have another YouTuber friend in New York, but she is busy. She's more busy than I am. Work-wise anyway, because she does a lot of her editing on her own, whereas I like pay people, which is probably why my apartment is a little bit smaller, honestly, because I value my free time. So Wheel of Chance and Lincoln. So hold on, let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm at the end of my rope with Danny DeVito, Movies DeVito. But there's some movies where I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's just a cameo, but I want to watch the movie to decide if it's worth mentioning or not. You know, like a small role where I'm like, this is not a Danny DeVito movie, but it's a movie that he's in, and I don't know if it's worth talking about or not in context of whatever he does in the movie. Also, thank you, Yelnats, for $2. That is heart. Thank you. So, and if we don't want to do this, I would watch this on stream for another weekend. Can anyone tell me about this movie I'm about to send in the chat right now? And the title is I'm Still Here, but it's not related to the Brazilian film that came out this last year. This is a 2010 mockumentary, except not 2010 mockumentary about Joaquin Phoenix quitting acting to become a rapper. And you look at the cast, it's got Joaquin Phoenix, Casey Affleck, Jack Nicholson, Billy Crystal, Danny Glover, Bruce Willis, Robin Wright, Danny DeVito, Jamie Foxx, Ben Stiller. It looks like a mockumentary. It's very mysterious to me. The Charlie XCX watched it and said, totally my type. And for my Danny DeVito video, I was looking at the cast of this movie, and they have Danny DeVito, but then right next to him they have a guy named Johnny Moreno who's listed as Danny DeVito's stand-in. So, mysterious. But, I'm about the people. Smiley Face, I know, is funny. Also, Smiley Face is, I think, let me see what the time difference is. Yeah, Terms of Endearment I have to talk about in the video. One of his more serious films. Smiley Face is shorter, though. Smiley Face is 85 minutes. And this would be 107. See, exactly. I got to do my research. I got to figure this out. Want to watch a trippy movie? I like me a good trippy movie. But I have to be in the right mood for it. Oof, Danny Masterson is in it. I don't remember what he is in that movie. He's the roommate. Yeah, his character is barely in the movie and intentionally horrible, so but I'm sure a lot of you probably came into this expecting Smiley Face, and like I'm so happy to do that again. I haven't seen it in like 4 years, so Letterboxd says the last time I watched it was 4/20/2022. So can we watch the original Dune, like the David Lynch Dune? The David Lynch Dune is only on Netflix right now. It's not on anything else, sadly. Just Jodorowsky's Dune. Jodorowsky's Dune was never made. It's just a documentary. So you're asking why are we switching movies? I'm not saying we're gonna switch movies. I thought Nikki and Rendy would be here because I wanted Smiley Face is more fun to watch with, people in person, but also you are all people who are here, so I don't care either way. What's nice about Smiley Face is that it's not that long. So here, let me just do a little poll real quick. This will help. But some people, I understand, having, your evening all planned out. You expect one thing. You expect one thing, and then someone comes in, and, you come home, and you're like, oh, we're going to have pizza. And you get home, and someone made tacos. And then you're like, but I was expecting pizza. All day I was expecting pizza, But then there's other people who are like, yeah, no, bring on the tacos. We'll mix it up. Say 5 more choices. No, okay, so I should have clarified, Hodorowski. Okay, it seems like 22 votes. All right, let's do Smiley Face. It's a good movie, and I'm happy to watch it again. I will be getting a little high for this, so we'll pull it up on the big old Tubi. So right now it's on. Smiley Face is on Tubi, Amazon. That's it. It's on Tubi and Amazon. Oh, Abe, you're going to be watching this movie in 4D. You're going to have a 4D experience with this one. If you are not in America, you can probably find it somewhere. So before we start, there's some lore about this movie I wanna drop for y'all. So the director is Greg Araki. Now, I've only seen a few of his movies, including Smiley Face. I've seen Mysterious Skin, and I've seen The Doom Generation. I have not seen Nowhere, and I have not seen Dahmer, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, because he also made that. My point is, his movies are... there's comedic elements to them, but for the most part, they're pretty serious movies. He has one called, The Living End, that's about, two HIV positive men who are, on a cross-country like crime spree. He has one. He's gay director, obviously, so he has like another film about gay teens in LA who are getting harassed by gay bashers. Mysterious Skin is his most famous movie, and it is really dark. It's on the Letterboxd top, 400. It is about like Mysterious Skin is about childhood essay. Like it's very dark. It's about childhood. Like the description is a teenage hustler and a young man obsessed with alien abductions cross paths and discover a horrible, liberating truth. It's very dark. It's very depressing and dark. So after he made Mysterious Skin, he was like, I gotta calm. I gotta make something relaxing. I gotta make something fun. So because he obviously making a movie like that intense would mess you up. So he was like, I gotta spend a few years and make something fun for once. So then he made Smiley Face. Smiley Face is like his one movie that is just a straight up just like a comedy. Nothing depressing happens. It's just a straight up stoner comedy. And I just think it's so funny that this director, who almost exclusively made like films that are really intense and queer to a certain extent, gay and queer to a certain extent, just was like, I'm gonna make a stoner comedy just as a break for like a few years. Someone uploaded Smiley Face on YouTube? Ooh, wait. You don't say. Zupo Blitz asked, are you ever going to consider doing your own commentary track for one of the movies you know of the development of note for note? You mean like one of those tracks they have on like Criterion DVDs where it's like they had, some film expert give commentary on a film? I could do that. No, it would have to be something that it would have to be a Patreon only thing, really, because you can't really get away with showing a whole movie and just doing, unless you made it kind of unwatchable, which is what a lot of people on YouTube do. Did he direct the first season of 13 Reasons Why? That sounds like something. Yeah, still haven't seen Nowhere. I will say Smiley Face is the one movie that he did not write. He just directed it. All his other movies he also wrote, but this was one where he didn't write it. Which even lends even more to the fact that this is just a fun comedy because I could. What would it be? I'd have to get back to you on that because I have to think about it. I'd have to think really hard about it because it'd have to be something that I can actually I have the energy and the enthusiasm to talk about the entire way through. Okay, yeah, someone did upload it with an AI generated thumbnail, but it has been uploaded to YouTube. So let me use the YouTube link. Ignore the AI generated thumbnail because this is just the whole movie uploaded to YouTube. What did I say for Marty Supreme? I don't even remember. Oh, yeah. I stand by that. That's the only other movies about ping pong. Forrest Gump, Marty Supreme, Balls of Fury. Those are the 3 ping pong movies. Alright, we're going to do Smiley Face. It's going to be fun. It's less than an hour and a half, and then I can go back to my usual evening activities. My usual gamer activities. I just started replaying Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 because I haven't played Part 2 yet, and I played Part 1 when it came out in 2020, and I wanted to play it again so I could get the story, so I'm doing like New Game Plus, Hard Mode, and then when I finish that, I'm going to play the Yuffie DLC, and when I finish that, I'm going to play Part 2, Rebirth, and maybe, if I'm lucky, I will finish all of that by the end of the summer. I don't know how people beat like these gigantic games in like a week. Y'all are like crazy. I need time. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna make myself popcorn in a second and go get my substances. But it's just gonna be me. We're just chilling with me. I'm here. I got my pink. I don't know if you can see that. It says I got my pink YouTube shopping hoodie. YouTube sent me this for free. They also sent me a blue one. I think they were only supposed to send me one, and then they accidentally sent me 2. So I got my pink YouTube shopping hoodie on. My hair is unwashed, which is why I'm wearing this beanie. And we're going to watch some quality marijuana cinema. I like this hoodie because you can, unless you look really closely, you can't even tell that it says YouTube shopping on it, and that's what I prefer. See, you wouldn't have even noticed if I didn't just point it out right now, so. Ugh, computer, why are you lagging? Please don't lag, please. Alright, I'm pulling it up on another screen because I don't trust this computer not to lag while I'm... Oh. Okay. Up. I don't know if y'all can hear that. The other computer is just coming to life. And I gotta go tell the Discord chat that we're gonna start this soon. So many things to do all the time. How many of y'all are gonna be partaking in the grass? The plant substance? Movies marked on Amazon for frightening scenes. Dang, there's 2 different uploads on YouTube with AI generated thumbnails. Disturbing. At least the first one kind of... Okay, so if you look up Smiley Face 2007 full movie on YouTube, you'll see 2 AI generated thumbnails. One of them, it looks like what's her name, the Hawk Tuah girl, like death gripping this like and flying through the air with this disturbingly like wrinkly skin looking smiley face creature. But at least the girl looks like a stoner. The second AI generated thumbnail, you can't even tell it's a stoner movie. It's like a happy girl with her ass coming out of a smiley face balloon, or she's like flying in the air next to a smiley face balloon. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell it's a stoner comedy. So yeah, everyone tell me your strains. You're smoking lemon cherry gelato. Who brought up Project Hail Mary? I watched Project Hail Mary in theaters, and I was in a theater with this 60-something big Italian man in the back who fell asleep and snored for the first like hour of the movie. And then the second hour, he just like, he kept talking so loud. Like, I think his wife was next to him, but the whole movie he was just like, he was talking about like, he was like very confused because he slept through the first half of the movie. And the second half he was like, yeah, I gotta go get these home repairs. Gotta get these home repairs done. Yeah, I gotta fix the siding on my house. We gotta fix this. We gotta go to Home Depot after this. And the guy in the theater was like, shut the fuck up. And the other guy was like, what? No one else is complaining. Like, they almost got into a fight in my showing of Project Hail Mary. And that was pretty funny. I'll probably watch it again with my family later. It didn't detract from my enjoyment of the movie because like this was in the latter half, and it was just the way this guy was like acting that was like really funny, because it was like it was like an alien had like woken up and walked into a movie theater for the first time. It was like, what is happening here? Has this man like never been to a movie? I wanted to record some, but it was like, the movie was like too loud to hear. This was like rows and rows behind me, but it was loud enough that I could hear it, and it was like, what is going on? And I didn't know what he looked like the whole time. It wasn't until I left the theater and I saw him. I was like, oh, it was a big Italian man and his wife. All right. All right, computers, please come to life. I was gonna say, today I watched Lost in Starlight on Netflix, which is a Korean animated film that came out last year. Gorgeous animation, reminded me a lot of a Makoto Shinkai film. It's about astronauts in 2050, and or an astronaut in 2050, and she's about to go on a mission to the moon. But also she has a boyfriend that she loves who's a talented musician. And you can just imagine where that goes, you know. The whole movie is it's like, you know, oh, I have to go to Mars, you know. And her mom died on Mars, so that happens at the very beginning of the movie. Very sad. Very traumatic. Very sad. Okay, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go grab a snack though real quick, because once we start, except actually, let me make sure that this is like the same version. Yes, it is. Okay. You see, those who have seen it know this is a base movie. And if you've not seen it, you're going to love this. Thank you, Yelnats, for $2. Can we watch Samurai Cop in a future stream? I would love to watch Samurai Cop. I haven't seen it, but I'm well aware of it because it's Samurai Cop. My friend Alex, who we watched Miami Connection with last time he was here, would probably love to put that on. It's very much his vibe. My editor, former editor, he doesn't edit for me anymore because he has a full-time job now. My former editor, Alex. Are we ever going to watch Greenie Phantom the movie? Or the Rod Fellows movie? I don't know what either of those are. Greenie Phantom? Well, now I gotta look this up. I was supposed to go make my snack, and then you're like, we gotta... Alright. Greenie Phantom. It's not on Letterboxd. Not a real movie. Sorry. I mean, it is on YouTube. Greenie Phantom. Oh, this looks... No. Sorry. I don't have the patience to watch an hour and a half long MS Paint thing. Dude, we watched Phantom of the Paradise on this stream like a while ago. We watched that in like beginning of like last year. We watched that on the stream. What's the German title of this movie? The German title is Smiley Face. What a trip. It's not that boring. Now the French title. The Greek title, actually. The Greek title is Marijuana, Agape Mu, which means marijuana, my love. Angel Studios created fake meme pages to promote Animal Farm. Alright, chat, we're going to have to watch Animal Farm together whenever it's free to watch on the Pirate Bay. Alright, I'm going to get a snack. Be right back. Popcorn's going to take too long, so I'm just going to get chips. It's fine. In case y'all aren't on my Instagram or my Discord, yesterday I went to my friend Kato's birthday party. She had a backyard barbecue, and there was so much junk food. I ate so much food. We had s'mores. We had cookie cake. We had bacon-wrapped hot dogs. We had soda. We had drinks. Did I mention that we had s'mores? So I'm going to be a little bit healthier tonight. We got the Santanitas white corn, $2.99 only, tortilla chips. I got a green apple. I got some baby carrots. And I got an Uncrustable from Trader Joe's. Living like a queen over here. Oh yeah, thank you to Yellnuts for donating $4 already. If you want to contribute to me, I love super chats. I appreciate it so much. I also love channel memberships. A few dollars, you get some emojis, you get your name in green. And if you're feeling generous, I didn't write anything on this board. I'm writing on this board right now. And if you're feeling generous, we have a couple GoFundMes on the screen. And if you donate to those, I'll write a number on this board. If any of you are new, the way this works is I can't put the movie up on screen. You have to pull it up on your own screen and sync it to the timer at the bottom of the screen. But that is why I always pick free movies, so that everyone can watch them. So if you just joined, there's a link to the movie. I just pinned a link to it. Click on that. Oh, my room is a mess. Put that there. Y'all, I have been hard at work in my next video. I think I told y'all about it already, but I'm telling you about it again. I made non-binary people watch They/Them, a horror movie starring Kevin Bacon. And the movie is called They/Them. You're gonna love it. It's I don't want to spoil all the wonderful bits in that movie, but let's just say that you're gonna be shocked at what they thought queer people would like. It'll be funnier if you don't look it up beforehand, because there's things in the movie where I'm just like, it's so cringe. It is so Is it a trans horror? Kinda. It's a horror movie that takes place at a conversion camp. It's a slasher movie at a gay conversion camp, starring Kevin Bacon. It was written and directed. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Remember my Stonewall video where I talked about how Roland Emmerich was like an old, out-of-touch gay man who had no concept of what younger people in the community want or what they're even like, and it was just like so completely out of touch? That is what They/Them is a situation of. It is a successful gay Hollywood screenwriter who was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a gay empowerment horror film. No one's done that before. And everyone's going to love it because it's me, Mr. 65-year-old white gay man who's never made a gay movie before. Okay, I'll spoil one thing for you. At the beginning of the movie, all the campers get to the gay conversion camp. They're all there, you know. Kevin Bacon is like, okay, you have to split up by gender. So all the girls go one direction, all the boys go the other direction, except for one person who stays in the middle. And then they look around, and they're literally, exact quote here. So, like, this is a thing. I'm non-binary, and I use they, them pronouns. As in, they can't believe they're at this fucking camp. It's the way that this character is like, so, like, this is a thing. One of many mild to severe cringe hate crimes committed in that movie. Anyway, we're gonna watch Smiley Face. That's what we're gonna do. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? I don't want to set the world shoot on fire. Oh my gosh, hi Soren. Soren, you never watch these, watch them. Alright, Soren, if you just joined and you want to join us for movie night, we're about to start watching Smiley Face. I just linked to it. It's on YouTube. Someone uploaded it with an AI generated thumbnail. Y'all, Soren is someone I know IRL who I will have in a video in the near future. I got 4 words for you. Billy, Crystal, Mpreg, movie. Look it up. I'm gonna do a video on it. Alright, y'all, let's start this thing. So again, if you're new, I'll say 3, 2, 1, go. Soren, I had to delete your message because I can't have people using my government name in my chat. Y'all already saw it. If you know, you know. But pretend like you don't know, please. I'm trying to run a Chad type operation over here. Oh, shit. Go, then play, or play on go. I say 3, 2, 1, go, and then you go when I say go. I mean, my name is also Ava. Ava's just my middle name. I guess I'm just giving out my government information here. Let me not do that. Whoa, do we have a Christopher Cardos in the chat? Christopher. Do we have a Christopher in the chat? I'm gonna pretend, okay. Wait, is this real? Oh my gosh, okay, I don't know if we have a Christopher. I don't know if you're actually in the chat, but if you are in the chat, thank you so much. Christopher donated $200 to one of these GoFundMe accounts. It says it was 10 minutes ago. So that's mission accomplished. I was not expecting that. That's awesome. And if you want to be anonymous, that's cool too. But very, very generous. Thank you. Again, these are families in Gaza that I've been supporting directly for a year and a half now. It's been a lot of time I've been directly talking to these families. So this is really appreciated. These people, the war might be over, but they aren't really allowed to rebuild. So rents are high and there aren't any rebuilding jobs yet. So people are still very desperate. So it's much appreciated there. All right, movie time. All right, I'm gonna count down. So get yourselves prepared. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Who is this? Oh wait, you'll find out in a second who the voiceover is. I spoke with my parents today, and I'm gonna see my parents in person next week. Tostitos. Oh, I don't have Tostitos. I have... Close enough. I knew corn chips were related to this movie somehow. I can remember Tostitos, though. I have orange juice. Should I get orange juice? Remind me who Roscoe Lee Brown is. I should know. Again, I want to remind y'all the movie he made right before this was about childhood, like child molestation. He went from making that to this. But see, Great Gatsby, this is LA pre-legalization. So it's also a period piece. Because a lot of the problems that happen in this movie, I forgot her playing Zoo Tycoon. I have a friend I know from high school who, since she graduated and moved to LA, has lived like this. It's been like 10 years now. No shade, you know. This is 9:15 a.m. Again. That's true. I don't get him like I used to. I mean, I still get him sometimes, but... Oh. I want that. And they have twist-off caps. Hi, Hamlet. Says the guy who's in prison now. Ooh. This is what I meant. Steve he's barely in this movie. So you don't have to look at him for very long. It's okay, Rat, you're just missing you missed a shot of Zoo Tycoon. All you need to know is that this girl lives in LA, her parents pay her rent, and she just gets high all the time. Everyone has known someone like that, right? I had a Zoo Tycoon 2 phase in 2007, but I was much younger. Zoo Tycoon... I wish Zoo Tycoon 2... Oh no, they died. Y'all ever done this before? I did this once in college and threw up. That's what's unrealistic about this movie. If you ate that many edibles, you would just vomit it out. Or at least I would. I learned my lesson one time. I ate too much space cake on 420 and was like this, and then I threw up immediately. Okay, but Ace, Zoo Tycoon is a real game. Okay, how much of the chat, how many of y'all have known someone like this? Like someone in their 20s, lives in LA or New York or whatever, big city, their parents pay their rent, and they just like get high all the time. Again, no shade. If you can do it, if your parents pay your rent, I mean, like, hey, that's a cheat code for life. Okay, but Snowy, you don't have wealthy-ish parents that just pay your rent entirely to live in a different apartment. Y'all try to do... Okay, if we have any non-stoners here, trying to do anything high like this, except for watch movies and play video games and eat food, trying to do anything else is not fun. I learned that in college. Like, I'm gonna try to get some schoolwork done while I'm high. And then it's like, no, this just isn't fun at all. This just sucks. Like, if you're gonna get high, do it at the end of the day. All your chores are done. Nothing to worry about. You can just turn on the TV and zone out. If you have to actually do stuff, run errands and shit, it's not fun. Tony fucking Soprano. That is not how you that's not how you do that. Not that I've ever made edibles from scratch before, but that's not how you do that. And now it's burning. So she's wasting all of the weed because it's burning on the pan. It's painful. It's so painful. You know someone like, yeah, we all know someone like this. At some point, everyone in America has known someone like this. Oh, look at how much he wasted. Is smashing a smoke detector with a hammer a normal weed activity? Not for me. No, you should not drive while high. But many people have and do drive while high. People can get away. People often get away with it if they're just like a little bit high. But especially when you're like this, like do not operate heavy machinery. Really don't operate heavy machinery. Zupo Blitz, you haven't blazed it before? What are you doing in this live stream? Just kidding, it doesn't matter. No one cares. No, Bobby. This movie's so stressful. Her point, she has an audition. She's trying to audition for a role. Alright, I don't know how close y'all were paying attention to the cast list, but y'all are gonna love this next scene. Yeah, that was, what's his name? Jim Rash from Community. That's all, he was just like he was an extra, basically, but he was there. You got allergic to apples? That sucks. I didn't even know you could be allergic to apples. I feel for you. Toasted Ghost, I think you might be a second or two ahead. Jane Lynch has always played a great, exasperated woman who hates her life and wants to be done with her job. And we love her for that. Green Goose, that's a great way to describe it. Oh no. I heart LAPD. Again, would not work today because weed is so legal in LA. These, if you tried to sell a casting agent pot at your audition now, it wouldn't be taken as, oh, she's trying to sell me drugs. It would be taken as a bribe. It would be like, you're trying to bribe. Most casting agents in LA are high. To some extent, they are, so... No. No. A lot of government weed is like, there's some government weed that is like stuff they use for like medical testing that has like 100% THC or something. Like, it exists. I had to look it up, but it exists. Alright, this is the point in the movie where I start eating this Uncrustable. Former clarinet teacher. Brevin. Exactly, Green Goose. Exactly. She could have used the government weed to make the cupcakes, but she was too high to even consider that. Remember when John Krasinski wasn't like a leading man? Remember when he wasn't Jack Reacher? Remember pre-Quiet Place John Krasinski? This would have been like what? The Office would have been out for like 1 year at this point. Yeah, The Office would have been on like season 2 when they filmed this. Or season 3. Which, like, some of the best episodes of The Office was in this era. Does he? I haven't seen The Office in so long. Anyone in the chat know a guy that looks like Brevin? Or is like Brevin? The Office was like one of the first shows I ever watched all the way through. This would have been like Netflix in like 2012, 2013 when I watched The Office. So I loved it when I watched it, but I think I'd appreciate it more now that I'm an adult. Anyone gonna see the new Scary Movie? I'm saying that because Anna Faris. Anna Faris, I loved you in The Hot Chick. Oh my gosh, he's listening to the soundtrack from Grand Theft Auto Vice City. He's literally... Zeppo, I've told that story on stream before. No, I told it in a video, too. First time I did edibles and I saw Despicable Me 3. If you want to hear the story, watch my video about worst movies I saw in theaters. Yeah, worst movies I saw in theaters. I forgot about this. I forgot about the skull fuck shot. Unfortunately, perfect casting for Danny Masterson. Born loving you. Get soundtrack of Vice City. Danny Masterson in 2023 he was convicted of sexual, essaying 2 women in 2003 and is serving 30 years to life. Danny Masterson is a Scientologist, as were his victims at the time of the assaults. The Church of Scientology silenced the victims for 20 years. I think she's against Marxism and doesn't really know what it is. Zeppo, you gotta see the story. Me and some friends did edibles and saw Despicable Me 3 in theaters. I mean, once you get into the theater, you just gotta get into the theater. This was a theater in Texas, too. Also, my friends were, I think I was more high than they were. So they were functional and got me into the theater. Y'all ever gone to the dentist high? Terrible idea. I hate his haircut so much. The hair tucked under the glasses. Chad, how do we feel about tucking your hair under your glasses? Well, Mr. Duck Sauce, you can go to the dentist and not... I never get anesthesia at the dentist. Oh. Wait, what did we say? Sensory nightmare. Great Gatsby, so did I, and it wasn't even fun. I mean, I didn't like it. I thought the scene where Yoshi woke up in modern-day Brooklyn should have been the whole movie. But no, it was like 30 seconds. This cop has a perfect orc build. You're so right. Also, there's certain little details I love, like the fact that Jane's like red zip up hoodie is so frayed. Like the drawstring is so frayed. You can tell that it's like she's worn it like 1,000 times. I have one just like it, but it's black. What else is Anna Faris been in? The Hot Chick. All of the scary movies. She had a role in Brokeback Mountain. I don't remember what it was. She was also in Lost in Translation, but I don't remember what she did in that movie. The House Bunny. Alvin and the Chipmunks. She played one of the Chipettes in Alvin and the Chipmunks. Oh, and she was in the Emoji Movie. She's been in a lot, mostly comedies that she's been in. Yep, live action Yogi Bear movie. That exists. Oh my gosh, Ace knew it. You're so right. Mind blown. I feel just like her sometimes. I'm gonna get my own orange juice. Me too. You can't eat apples at night? I eat apples anytime. Oh. This monologue is very important. Lock in. I love lasagna. Garfield. Jane, why do you have a photo of President Garfield on your mantle? Because I like lasagna, of course. Wait, let me... Alright, let me check the timer. Oh, crap. Yeah, okay, I'm watching the Tubi version. The Tubi version, like, for whatever reason, is like a minute longer. So, actually, yes. You are correct, and I was at the wrong time. I don't know why Tubi would lie to me like that. I'm just gonna switch to the other version. Y'all just pretend like that didn't happen. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, no, you were right. That's why I was off. Also, to anyone who watched this later for whatever reason, I'm sorry for confusing you because I was off and on the wrong recording. I thought they were at the same time. But no, I was like a minute behind everyone else. Yes, that is an original Communist Manifesto. Okay, Shiyu speaks in verse. Maybe just skip ahead. I'll tell you what's happening in the shot I'm looking at right now. Three Little Pigs Sausage Co. Looking at Three Little Pigs. Arrow at the truck. Truck bed's open. Arrow out, headed west. Venice. Us being slightly off adds to the film, actually. I'm sorry, Tubi watchers. I'll just speak very vaguely about the rest of the movie. The YouTube upload is slightly shorter, so it must have cut certain things. I had to guess maybe the skull fucking shot was cut. All right, you know what? For all of y'all that were on Tubi, way more of you were on Tubi, so I'm just gonna go back to Tubi. Non-brood comment, you're watching this on the bus with no movie for the vibes. So you missed the bus scene earlier in the movie. Where she broke a kid's, like, car and everyone got mad at her. Alright, I'm back on the Tubi version. So if you're on YouTube, you're gonna be hearing things that happened like a minute ago. Sorry. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Wait, let me make it easier for you. Nope, did I just make it harder? Thank you, Kraus, for $5. Today I learned the crying boy in this is the same kid that was the screaming boy in the Treehouse episode of Drake and Josh. I know exactly who you're talking about. Wait, that's Danny Trejo, and who's the other guy? I should know this. Danny Trejo and John Cho. Oh, he's doing a Harold and Kumar cameo. Of course. They just let her walk around. Yeah, John Cho from Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Another stoner movie. Oh yeah, I think it's Zuppo. Zuppo, we use AdBlog. The scenes you missed though, go back and watch them later. Preach. This is better than the entirety of Animal Farm. Ew. Thank you, Puppet, for $5. This movie played the Internationale, and the movie Young Marks did not. Wait. There's a movie called Young Marks. I see the National Theater Live Young... Oh, I see... The Young Karl Marx from 2017. Thank you, Puppet, for $5. Chris, this and the Garfield monologue are great audition monologues. See, this would be a great audition monologue because you could do both. You could show your range. And then in the middle, you're like, here's what she actually said. to smoke a lot of weed, huh? This man is gross. But this speaks to something. Him and Brevin, the way that some guys will just see women as sex objects and completely ignore everything else going on with them. Like the fact that she's devastatingly high. Whoa. Y'all would just have like a beautiful woman in black and pink leather show up and offer you a ride on her motorcycle? Sorry, my screen door just like popped off the window. Do you think they wrote her onto the Ferris wheel because of her name? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes, absolutely. It's like the end of Seinfeld. No, her bed. Her sleep number. This is what happens when Helix drops you. Listen, they can't take the mattress back. I already got it. I gotta say, Helix Mattresses was, I think, my favorite sponsor I've ever gotten because they literally sent me like a mattress worth like $1,500 for free. So, and they still paid me like a normal rate too on top of that. The narrator voice is Roscoe Lee Brown, who you may know as the narrator from Babe and Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties. That's not how books work. See, this is beautiful to me. The original pages of the Communist Manifesto flying all over Santa Monica Boulevard or Venice Beach. It's beautiful. The pages flying all the way over to another part of town. One landing in Jane Lynch's office. It's beautiful. Kakayi Zero, here's the trick. Number one, be a movie YouTuber. Number two, watch movies while you are playing video games. If you're a gamer, if a video game is like, hey, go collect 100 feathers, put on a movie while you do that. That's my secret, is that I multitask like crazy. I watch movies like it's my job. I consume content like it's my job, because it is. Oh, okay. YouTube version. Are y'all seeing the extended skull shot? Do you ever try to watch movies just for enjoyment? Enjoyment and um enjoyment and work kind of blend together when you make YouTube videos about movies. So yeah, there's plenty of movies that I watch for enjoyment, but then I also am watching it for work as far as the government is concerned, because I write off my movie ticket costs on my taxes. She was sentenced to 1,500 hours of community service. $1,500 is 62.5 days, like 24-hour days. So she'd be doing community service like as a full-time job for like at least half a year. No, y'all know I would, the way they made Brevin look, not supposed to be sweet. He looks like my brother when my brother was 15. I don't think it's an anti-legalization propaganda movie. I don't view it that way. I think it's just a cautionary tale about the dangers of doing too many edibles. It also is the fact that the period of time that it was made, whereas like today, definitely would not, because she doesn't deserve. I don't think she deserves this from anyone's point of view. She doesn't deserve that. Nothing happened to her dealer. Nothing happened to her roommate. Nothing happened to anyone at the hemp festival. Jane Lynch being a snitch was presented as like that she's crazy. I'm gonna see if I can find an interview with Greg Araki where he talks about this. IndieWire interview with Smiley Face director, dated 2007. So yeah, he said exactly what I said earlier. After Mysterious Skin, he was really looking to do something completely different and lighthearted. He read the script and fell in love with it. Okay, this interview is not helpful in figuring out anything else. At the time, it did not do well, and that was largely due to the fact that there was no female-led stoner comedies. That wasn't really a thing. If you were doing a weed movie, Cheech and Chong, Harold and Kumar, How High, Friday, any stoner movie was about guys. This was kind of the first, and now we have Broad City. We have 5 seasons of Broad City. Here's an interview I found with Greg Araki from 2022. I first watched this movie with my dad. Especially if your dad is or was a stoner, will think it's really funny. Greg Araki said, "In my kitchen, I have a picture of me and Anna Faris laughing our heads off. I love that picture because it's my memory of the whole experience. Super fun, super good vibes. Adam Brody was fresh off the OC. John Krasinski had hardly done any movies. I remember telling Anna the first time I met her, we were in a hotel room. She was on a press junket for the movie Just Friends. She did with Ryan Reynolds. And I said, this is the kind of movie that you're going to be in, be 80 years old and walking down the street and someone's going to be like, oh my god, you were in that movie." Okay, he says here, the question was, were you very interested in weed culture at the time? And Araki said, I personally am not a big stoner, but some really good friends of mine were big stoners. They used to sit around watching old movies all day with their bongs on the coffee table. When I read the script, I was struck by how authentic it was, how real it felt, and how much of it described the way your brain works when you're really stoned. It was a clever, truthful chronicle of that experience. All of the scenes played really vividly in my head as I read it. I remember thinking about my stoner friends, like, they're going to sit around and watch this movie all day long. They're going to watch it several times. And here we are still talking about it. Someone asked, was there a point during development when you wanted Smiley Face to tell a more explicitly queer story? And he said, to me, it is kind of a queer story because of its outsiderness. I think it's in the point of view. If some straight white guy had directed the movie, I think it might have been different. But there was never the idea like, hey, let's make Jane a lesbian or something. She has this kind of asexual vibe. Although when I did a polish of the script, one of the things I added was the scene where she's suddenly in a fantasy flash cut of Brevon's masturbation fantasy. I did this because she was recently in the House Bunny, so audiences were somewhat... I think that and Jane's playing Borges is more like the role that she played in the House Bunny. Damn, definitely not anti-weed. That was why I started reading this at the first case. Y'all can read the rest of this interview if you want, but it kind of seemed like what I said. He made this to have fun in between after making Mysterious Skin, which is really tough to watch. Have you not seen The House Bunny? I mean, I saw it once, like, a long time ago. I don't really remember it. But the basic plot of House Bunny is that she's a Playboy girl who gets kicked out of the Playboy mansion and ends up joining a sorority. Oh yeah, I guess House Bunny was a year after, but she had... It would have been in development, I guess. I don't know. I'm too high to be reading interviews right now. I just remember my parents had a copy of House Bunny in our house. Bunny. I never watched it though. Or I did, I guess, but I don't really remember it. Alright, what do you have to say? Squid said, you think you're so, Jesus. And you go on and on and on about this and that. And all I have to say is, fuck, man. This whole situation is totally fucked. With a capital. I mean, have you, like, ever... Do you, like, even... Well, do you? Thank you, Squid. Snowy said, well, okay, Phantom Night Owl, I'm high the same way that you, like, feel feel caffeinated after you drink, like, a little bit of tea. You know, I'm not, like, dysfunctional. Snowy said, moral of the story, don't eat your roommate's pot cupcakes. True. Adolescent said, this is literally me if I had no self-awareness. Wait, Adolescent, didn't you just watch it? Were you the one who said you watched it recently? I'm trying to see where you watched it before. Oh yeah, you watched it last month. I want to like your first review also. Raina Doris said, I saw Jayma Mays and I was like, holy shit, it's Jayma Mays. Except I forgot her name, so I was like, holy shit, it's Amy Adams. Kind of not what I was expecting from a stoner comedy, if I'm being honest. Very harrowing in some scenes. May have convinced me to never go outside while very high. 0 out of 10, I spilled my popcorn on the floor and I'm still... Oh, you spilled your popcorn? Hate when that happens. Clean up. Yelnat said, "Why is every stoner movie I've watched on Evasive streams appears though they are all made by people who've never been in the same time zone as a joint? And why does it feel like the writers all collectively decide they have a vendetta against their main protagonist? The world may never know that she's conveniently inundated with the world scenarios someone who's never eaten 12 cupcakes could ever possibly find themselves in. I will say this is definitely funnier than any of the other stoner movies I've watched on her stream, so that's a plus. Also, I did kind of not soy jack at all the actors. I recognize this, so it bumps up to 2.5 out of 5. During the scene where Jane gives a soliloquy about workers' rights, the pink meat sledge reminded me of the British guy who showed a bunch of grade schools where chicken nuggets were made of, and they still chose to eat chicken McNuggets. Probably one of the funniest backfires in modern media. What's this review about? Oh yeah, Smiley Face. Only giving this a 5 because there are a myriad of really creepy and unnecessary cutaways. Overly such as they're not necessarily the plot at all. It's more of an anti-Marxist, anti-legalization OCD simulator than a stoner movie or not. I don't really know. Something. The real high was the friends we made along the way. While I disagree with you, sponsored by Levi's. I don't think it was anti-legalization. I don't think it was anti-Marxist, but I don't think it was pro-Marxist either. I think it was using Marxism as a comedy gag. I think it was using Marxism as a gag. And that was where it ended. Like, it almost felt like a non sequitur. But then there's another interpretation you could make that, like, that other people, like Jane Lynch's character, are chasing the American dream. Or some shit. I don't know. This movie's definitely not for everyone. I should have said that from the beginning. This movie, you either love it or you hate it. Because I met people who hate it, and it's like, yeah, no, understandable. Brooklyn Baby said this movie is pro-communism, 5 stars. But Brooklyn Baby's review is sandwiched between 2 lower reviews by Fuel and Yelnat. So, love it or hate it. Fuel said, "Organize that union, girl. I think Jane is depressed and needs friends. At least you don't need electricity to fuck a skull." Disgusting. Togata said, "I love lasagna. This was very stressful, but as low fun. The soundtrack and cast are great. This is my first exposure to Greg Araki. I'm going to watch more of him." All right. Warning you, Togata1 in the chat. Well, Doom Generation is not super messed up, but most of his movies are very dark and depressing, so. Ursa Monroe said, "A fun movie. I loved it a lot, but was also kind of distracted, so I had trouble following it. The cast is unbelievably stacked with some comedy actor. Great. Seems like the kind of movie where everyone had a bunch of fun making." Yeah, this interview I just read, Greg Araki said that they filmed it in like 22 days. And he said that he has a picture of him and Anna Faris like laughing together in his kitchen. So that's cute. Kevin Allen, Great Gatsby said, "The best cautionary tale that exists about doing too many edibles. Anna Faris does an amazing job too. I have no idea how she held that glassy glazed look in her eyes for the whole movie. Danny Masterson plays himself in this and it's horrifying. Enjoy responsibly." Snatch Fan said, "Smiley Face is a fun comedy romp through LA through the eyes of a diva economist just trying to get through her day with a little help from her friends. Except they all suck. So who comes through for her? Not the authorities, not her employers, and not even the devil's lettuce. In the end, standing on the literal edge of a cliff and ready to jump, only the power of yokai marks helps her realize that all she had to lose was her chains, and also her freedom. But you know, shit happens, I guess, I don't know. So run, jump, and dive to see Smiley Face, but take a nice big toke first." Thank you, Snatch Fan. Abe said, "Don't watch this film sober because you're missing out on a crazy adrenaline-fueled and unbelievably funny adventure. It goes at a breakneck pace in the right kind of way, and before you know it, you just finished it all. I'm so high right now that this is the best film to watch like that." Okay, not just that, but it's also the most literally me film I've seen in my lifetime. Abe, have you been in this situation before? Have you... Please explain what you mean by it's the most literally you film. Because the one time I ate too many edibles. I just vomited and then passed out for 2 hours. So, in my college dorm room, and didn't go outside at all. Maybe if I'd gone outside, it would have ended up like that. But it was not. Osvaldo said Jane didn't know this while on the Ferris wheel, but thanks to her, she helped spread the idea of Marxism all over the LA area and California, and then weed was legalized. We did it. My guess, MIA. But me, am I here? We watched a film, we consumed some content, we consumed some food, we consumed some plants. Thank you to those who donated tonight. Can I see who wait. Thank you to Yellnats for donating tonight. Thank you to Crass. Thank you to Puppet. And a huge thank you to Chris, who donated that. I just didn't even notice it was gone. The $200 that showed up on the Patreon. Or not the Patreon, the GoFundMe. I'm going to check real quick and see if anybody else donated and I just missed it. Yeah, thank you to the Christopher who donated $200 to one of these GoFundMe campaigns. That is very, very generous of you. So taking a week off, no stream next week. I got to go to my brother's graduation. The weekend after, though, I'm having some people from Basket Dolls over from the Juana Man video. I'm having some of the Basket Dolls over. Don't know what we're going to watch yet. Maybe something basketball related. Maybe something not at all basketball related. Don't know how we're going to do it. If there's going to be like several people. I might have to like change my setup a little bit to make it work. But we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. Join me in 2 weeks for that stream. And, yeah, whoever was in the chat earlier said they were going to graduate the same ceremony in Arizona. I guess I'll see you there. Oh, wait. Before I end the stream, I'm going to do a little surprise on camera. Not surprise for you, surprise for me. I kind of set up a business address. Not really. Okay. I wanted to open a P.O. box. P.O. boxes are too expensive in New York. They're ridiculous. It's like $80 a month to accept packages. It's too much. So I talked to a friend who has an office space, and she is letting me use her office space as an address to accept packages. So if you want to send me something, DM me on Instagram or email me and I will send you the address you can ship to. But here, I just got this package here. I did cut it open already, but we're going to take a look inside. Evasive. Thank you for fueling my creativity and sharing your work. The mug is food safe, microwave safe, top rack, dishwasher safe. From Shiori, in parentheses, Poppy Siren. Okay. We got a sticker of a mug. I don't know if I can show that on camera. It's fine. Whoa, we got us a pin too. I don't think you're in the chat, but shout out Papu Siren, Shiori. Y'all, look at this QR code. Look at the little pin I got. There's also, oh, what are these? What are these? Oh my gosh, these are magnets. Oh, wait. Someone was listening. I want my fridge does not have enough magnets. This is perfect. I have plenty of magnet space. If anyone wants to send me magnets, go crazy. Send me some freaking magnets. I love a magnet. Oh, I should have opened this earlier. It says 420 Princess on it. And we got a watermelon. Well, this one's a pin, actually. The rest of these are magnets. That one's a pin. I got a pink tank top with this cunt mug on it. And beautiful. It's a Shrek. It's a mug that says slut, but it with the Shrek S. And it's Shrek green on the inside. That's amazing. I'm going to use that in a video. So when y'all see this in a video, you'll know where it came from. I may not be a slut, but I am a slut for Shrek. Dang, that was... Okay, thank you to... Y'all check out this store. Get yourself a Shrek Slut coffee mug. That's so cool. That's awesome. I'm going to use that in a video for sure. Thank you to the person who sent that. That is so nice. Check out their store. Why am I out of focus? Hello. Check out their store. If anyone wants to send me something and have me open it on stream, please DM me or shoot me an email and I will give you the address you can send stuff to. I'm gonna have to shout this person because that's really nice. Like that's like a custom made mug. Plus a tank top. Plus magnets. Plus stickers. Plus pins. That's like a whole merch set right there. I feel very honored. Alright, y'all. Okay, wait, before I end the stream, I'm gonna like put this. It's at hope this link works. Nope, that didn't work. I'm gonna also talk to this person too and thank them. It's so nice. Okay. Thank you all.